Baby, I've been hearing stories about where you're from and what you wanna show me. Let's make it happen, and I'm talking now, 'cause I can't waste another day not know what you're about. I wanna meet your mother, wanna know your pa, wanna watch that sunset under southern skies near the water's edge where the crickets call. Somebody might fall in love. We can pop a top, stay up all night, see where this goes, count the stars above. We still got a lot to discover, but first I wanna meet your mother. I wanna take that back road where you wrecked your first car, that bright red T-top, you didn't get too far. We'll hit that dance hall that I've heard so much about. I'll be the new girl, the talk of this small town. When I meet your mother, when I know your pa, when we watch that sunset under southern skies near the water's edge where the crickets call. Somebody might fall in love. We can pop a top, stay up all night, see where this goes, count the stars above. We still got a lot to discover, but first I wanna meet your mother. Yeah. I don't know where we're going, and I don't know how this ends. I just know I'm ready for our story to begin. When I meet your mother, when I know your pa, when we watch that sunset under southern skies near the water's edge where the crickets call. Somebody might fall in love. We can pop a top, stay up all night, see where this goes, count the stars above. We still got a lot to discover. We still got a lot to discover, but first I wanna meet your mother. I wanna meet your mother.
Hello, 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 and welcome to the Jessie Show. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in and joining me again this week. Let's see who we have here with us. A lot of people so far. I'm so excited. Pam is here. She is watching from Ohio with us this week. Pam, I'm so glad you made it home safely. Pam came to my full band show over the weekend. I could not believe I played a real show with the whole crew. It was really fun. If you guys watched that live stream, I'm just going to say you're very kind. There was a lot of sound issues and static, and I was glad you got to see me with the band, but it was a little bit wonky. So thank you for hanging in there with me and coming back again. Let's see. Welcome. Hello, girlfriend. Debbie. It is Debbie's birthday this weekend, I think. Y'all wish her a happy birthday in the comments. Say happy birthday, Debbie. That's awesome. Hey, Craig. Thank you for tuning in. Hey, Lisa. Man, you guys are awesome. Hey, August. This is my Uncle August. August, I just messaged you. I said I'm going to be in Cape next week, and we need to have a glass of wine on your back porch together. Well, you guys are awesome. Thank you for tuning in. I can see more people over here. Lexi's watching. It's really cool. Stacy's here. All right. Now, unfortunately, every time someone comments, I'm getting a ding in my ear. Now, seeing them, trying not to look at them is distracting. Actually seeing them, hearing them every time is not good. So I think I'm just going to take this thing out. Robin says, happy birthday, Debbie. Thank you, Robin. Welcome, Chris from Fairhope. Hey, Sarah. I'm so happy to see you here. That's so fun. Maybe I can get up to St. Louis and say hi to everyone while I'm in Missouri next week. That'd be awesome. All right. I have a lot of originals for you guys tonight. I had a show this week and some work to do, so I didn't learn a bunch of new songs, but I wanted to share with you some of my songs I haven't played in a little while and a brand new song I wrote this week and tell you guys some stories. So I'm really excited about that. And I'll tell you now, I think my theme for Sunday afternoon is going to be going home since I'm going back to Missouri. So songs about home, some of my songs, and I'm thinking there's a whole lot of good country songs about home. So if you have any suggestions, let me know in the comments, and I will put together a very nostalgic playlist for you guys. Mindy's tuning in. Hey, Mindy. I recorded the national anthem about 10 times today for Mindy. I get to be part of a Zoom meeting, which is so cool. I wore a blazer. I felt very official. So I hope it works right. If I messed up any of the tech, you let me know. So I wrote this song when we were on our honeymoon and we were on a really long road trip and we found ourselves in South Texas. And it was just a different land. It was awesome. But at one point I said, Brian, I think I could see the border from here. We are really far south. And the idea of this border town was turning around in my mind as we were hiking over the next few weeks. So I wrote this one on the trails. This is called Border Town. Chasing the sun to a border town, watch the stars come up as you lay me down. I know we're far from home, somehow I feel I'm right where I belong. Reckless nights, baby, take my hand, I'm not gonna fight it. You're the one thing I can't lose. Out under the sun, nothing left to hide. My heart is near to you. Hey, yeah, yeah, yeah. Up on the mountainside, in the devil's hall, you kissed your brand new bride. A strange metamorphosis, more than myself, but becoming a part of him. So in love, yeah. Baby, take my hand, I'm not gonna fight it. You're the one thing I can't lose. Out under the sun, nothing left to hide. My heart is near to you, near to you, near to you. Been on the trail for a little while. Tell me a tale that always makes you smile. Blue eyes on a summer day, the heat of the sun makes you look at me that way. A western wind blows in. Baby, take my hand, I'm not gonna fight it. You're the one thing I can't lose. Out under the sun, nothing left to hide. My heart is near to you. Baby, take my hand, 'cause I'm not gonna fight it. You're the one thing I can't lose. Out under the sun, there's nothing left to hide, and my heart is near to you, near to you, near to you, near to you. I'm near to you. Thank you. Oh my gosh, Mindy, thank you. I just saw your Venmo come in. That is very, very kind. Thank you very much. Who we got tuning in? Vivian, yes, Country Roads. I thought I have got to at least sing a chorus of that with everyone on the home playlist. That's a great one. Cecilia's here. Welcome to the live stream. Jack Karate. Jocko, guys, thank you for watching. Homeward Bound by Simon and Garfunkel. I love that record. That was another one of the records I listened to over and over at my first job. Julia's here. Marissa's here. Guys, thank you for tuning in. What was I going to say? Oh, you like my new microphone? Thank you. This is the mic I usually use for studio recording, and I had been going direct with a microphone and a guitar cable for these live streams, but I thought this just kind of gives you the whole room, and I really like the feel of not being able to move around a little more. Thank you very much. All right, let's see. Oh yeah, I have to pair my my adventure songs together. These are my road trip songs. I could probably do a whole night about road trip songs too. That'd be another good one. This is called KOA. Pulling out of that KOA on the road in our Chevrolet. Turn right at the Texaco, then anywhere we want to go. I know I'm gonna get there next to you. And baby, I know wherever we go, get the wind at our backs and the sun coming through our windows. Burning down the tread on four wheels. High on life and loving you, we can do whatever we want to. Finally as free as we feel. And I'll go down this road if you steer. Forget the map, all the rules, everything you learned in school. Drive under a Texas sky, slow road gets us there in time. I know I'll find my way if I'm with you. And baby, I know wherever we go, get the wind at our backs and the sun coming through our windows. Burning down the tread on four wheels. High on life and loving you, we can do whatever we want to. Finally as free as we feel. And I'll go down this road if you steer. Pulling out of that KOA on the road in our Chevrolet. Turn right at the Texaco, then anywhere we want to go. I know I'm gonna get there next to you. Thank you. A short little road trip song. I hear that RV rentals have gone way up. People are not flying. Everyone's going to be taking a road trip this summer, which I think is really cool. There is a lot of beautiful things to be seen in this country. KOA, yes. I love that song. And you know what? There's actually a lot packed into that little song. That was one of the first road trips Brian and I took together. He drove me down to Texas to see my aunt, and the second verse is like, forget the map, all the rules, everything you learned in school. And like, I was so true. I got in the car. I was like, this is our direct route to Texas. This is how we can get there fastest. And I had a plan. And he's like, no, we're going to take the little back roads and we'll just take the slow way. It'll be a few hours longer, but it'll be really pretty. It's like, all right, that's how it's going to be. And it was a beautiful trip. And I'm so glad we did. All right, let's see what we got next. I try to make a plan, but I'm only playing my songs tonight. So if there's anything you want to hear, let me know. I'm seeing a few more Venmos popping up. Thank you very much. I had to get the transmission fluid changed on my car this week, so it is more appreciated than usual, I'll tell you that. This is one of my favorite love songs I've ever written. This song started when I was out on a run one day around the first neighborhood I lived in when I moved down here to Florida. And I got all the way to the end of the neighborhood, and there was this beautiful white house with this big oak tree. It was so pretty. And when you're here, I don't know if it's Spanish moss. It's some kind of light green moss-like thing that hangs out of a bunch of trees, and it just feels so romantic to me. So I was running, and there was this white house with this big tree with all this moss hanging around it, and this little wooden swing hanging from the tree. And you could see their pier that went down to the water. And I just started thinking about, I wonder what love story has unfolded at this house. And it was just a beautiful scene. And so I started with that image. And of course, I put my own story and my own hopes into this song. This is called Where You Go. Well, there's a little wooden swing down by the pier. The moss hangs by the pines, been hanging there for years. When I took your hand and walked down to the dock, you told me that you loved me, you weren't ever gonna stop. And that's how I know I belong where you go. Well, someone's mama wore this dress in 1953. I bet way back then she looked a little bit like me. And this vintage lace that we found on the road, in that dime store way out west, we started talking about a home. And that's how I know I belong where you go. Well, anywhere I'll follow you, the hills of Tennessee or the emerald ocean blue. Of nothing else, I've been so sure that baby I belong where you are, where you are. Bobby socks and dresses sewn in blue, sooner than we planned. Now everything's brand new. But you take her hand and walk down to the dock. I can tell you love her, boy, and you ain't ever gonna stop. And that's how I know I belong where you go. I belong where you go. I belong Thank you very much. I just saw a Venmo come in from Craig and from Aria. Guys, thank you very much. You guys are awesome. Maria's here watching. Maggie's watching. Hey. And I see Aria's tuned in. That's really cool. What is this? We look a lot alike. We really do. This is my mom. It's frightening, really. Hello from California. Joshua, thank you for watching. Mike says, good song. Thank you. Mike and I wrote a song together this morning. Hey, Stu. Welcome to the show. Mike and I wrote a song together this morning about an army wife who has a baby while her husband is deployed and the challenges and feelings she might go through. I'll have to learn that one. Have to get it in my head and play it for you guys sometime. This is another newer song I haven't played very much. But I think I really like it. You guys let me know what you think of this one. I'm deciding whether it should go on the next record or not. I wrote this one with my friend Pete Salas. We wrote a handful of songs together this year. One song we wrote called Little Town in America just made it as a semi-finalist into the Music City Songstar competition. So that's pretty cool. I entered Little Town and Meet Your Mother, and they both moved on to the semifinals. So I'll keep you updated. Maybe we'll be doing some cool things in Nashville later this year. So I wrote this song from this place of loss, but I was trying to think about what it would be like to go through a major loss today, and whether it's losing a parent or a grandparent or a significant other for whatever reason, how do you process that as an adult? And I think a lot of times, to avoid our feelings, we keep ourselves busy, and we can't quite replace a person with busyness. So we find a lot of our identity in the people who are closest to us. So this is kind of searching for a new self after a loss. This is called Who Am I? You guys are so sweet. I love reading your comments. You're so nice. Okay. I saw a movie by myself today. The kitchen's clean and the laundry's put away. I can't find anything else to do, so I'm sitting in the dark on a Sunday afternoon. I finally drove up Highway 1, took your little red Mustang to that California sun. Been telling stories to hippies on the street. The longer I'm away, the more they look like me. Who am I? It's hard to tell these days. Don't know where to go, have a reason to stay. Nothing feels right and nothing feels true. Who am I without you? Who am I without you? I can fill time, but I can't fill space. So much of you keeping busy can't replace Turning this over and over in my head. Half my heart is waking up and half's been left for dead. Who am I? It's hard to tell these days. Don't know where to go or have a reason to stay. Nothing feels right and nothing feels true. Who am I without you? Who am I without you? Who am I? It's hard to tell these days. Don't know where to go or have a reason to stay. Nothing feels right and nothing feels true. Who am I without you? Who am I without you? Who am I? Who am I? Who am I? Who am I? Thank you. I don't know if sad songs are good. Are sad songs good? I've been writing a lot of sad songs recently. Okay, has anyone watched the show This Is Us? It is my new show I've started during quarantine, and it's about this family, and they've got 3 kids, one of whom's adopted, and it's just all about their family drama and all the challenges they go through. And one of the things they talk about is their dad passes away when they're 17, and it takes you 2.5 seasons to find out how it happens. They really draw it out, but they talk about how people are affected by the things that happen to them throughout their life in all these stages. So the main characters are like 40 now, and you're seeing how being adopted has affected the one guy his whole life, and their dad has affected them their whole life, and the mom losing one of her babies and adopting a kid instead has affected her whole life. And it's a beautiful show with beautiful stories, but it is very heavy, and I cry with every episode. So I feel like my heart has just been ripped open and ready to write all kinds of sad, dramatic songs. All right, I see some of your requests in the comments. Thank you. Josh, thank you. That's very sweet. I'm glad you tuned in. Thank you, Debbie. I'm glad you guys are liking the new ones. Sad songs aren't good. They're great. Depends on the day. Thank you. I do love a sad song every once in a while. Let's see, where are we going next? Okay, well, I'll just play you the other sad song I wrote this week. Now that we're in it. This is brand new. I'm definitely going to have to read the words. I just wrote this week. Have you guys seen the YouTube channel that went viral? It's called Dad, How Do I? And if I was more tech savvy, I would show you the link on my screen, but I don't know how to do that yet. But it's called Dad, How Do I? And basically it's this guy who, his dad left his family when he was 12, and he didn't have a father figure to ask these household questions to, any random thing you might ask your dad. And now he has adult children who call him all the time saying, Dad, how do I unclog the bathtub? Dad, how do I change my tire? Dad, how do I, whatever it is. And so he started this YouTube channel for people who, like him, might not have been able to ask their dads all those questions. And I thought it was so sweet, and it kind of went viral last week, and everyone was posting about it. And so I was seeing it a few times, and I thought that needs to be a song, this question, the questions you ask a dad. So this is brand new. I just wrote this week. Heather, thank you for joining. Craig, yes, hopefully all these songs will be released within the next year or so. We're working on them. It's a long process to birth a song, but I am working on getting them to you guys. All right, so I wrote this with my friend Steve Dean. He wrote, most famously, I've been watching you, Dad, ain't that cool? I'm your buckaroo, I wanna be like you. Got Song of the Decade for the early 2000s. So we got to write this one together. This is a song inspired by the YouTube channel. The faucet's dripping under the sink. It's giving me a headache. I've twisted and turned that pipe about 100 times. I remember watching you in painted jeans and steel-toed boots, hanging Christmas lights, shining bright along the roof. There's so many things I wish you taught me how to do. How do I change a tire on the side of the road when the rain is pouring down and my phone's dead and I'm far from the interstate? Don't know anybody in this little town. Oh, I know if you were here with me right now, you would wipe these tears from my eyes. Daddy, how do I? You always chase the monsters from underneath my bed, but these days I see them in the corners of this house. They look like anger, look like stress, the shit I haven't dealt with yet. In the worst of times, you always kept a level head. There's so many things I wish you taught me how to do. How do I fake a smile walking into work when they're about to walk me out? And I've got nothing to fall back on and my world just keeps crashing down. Oh, I know if you were here with me right now, you would wipe these tears from my eyes. But Daddy, how do I? I'll be back tomorrow for another conversation and another load of questions. I've been contemplating, how can you hear my voice lifted on a prayer all the way to heaven? Did I make the most of the little time that we were given? Oh, I know if you were here with me right now, you would wipe these tears from my eyes. But Daddy, how do I? Daddy, how do I? Thank you. Brand new song this week. I always like to play you guys the last thing I've written. Debbie, thank you so much. I know it's hard. We write a ton of songs. I don't even know which ones to pick. Maybe I can get someone famous to record it someday. Wouldn't that be nice? Hey, Amanda, thank you for tuning in. Jack, the older I get, the more I realize my dad was a genius. We have a lot to learn from our parents. A lot. Thank you so much. Stu, yes, Stu likes to play along with me while I do my shows. So I try to let him see my guitar too so he can join in on the songs and know what I'm playing. Thank you. All right, well, I'll do a couple more tonight. I'm feeling the kind of chill stuff. Make sure you give me those requests. Songs about home on Sunday. This one's dedicated to any step-parents out there. Thank you for being a wonderful, unexpected, extra beautiful part of our lives. I remember when he was no more than a stranger. Answering the front door, I felt fear and I felt anger. But Mama put her makeup on, even wore her heels. She set 4 plates on the table like she hadn't done in years. And I was still too young to see the way he made her happy. And coming from the city, he was nothing like my daddy. He was strange and he was different. I didn't get his jokes. Never would have dreamed he'd be the man I'm proud to know. 'Cause he's humble and he's unassuming, patient like there's nothing to it, thankful and content to treat us like his friends. He's comfortable in his own shoes, loves with nothing else to prove. He's living proof that heaven has a plan. I thank God for Mama's man. And he don't try to take the place of the man that she loved first. And he don't expect his name on a gravestone next to hers. By now he knows our stories, 'cause he listens and he cares. The way he laughs along, you'd never know he wasn't there. He's humble and he's unassuming, patient like there's nothing to it, thankful and content to treat us like his friends. He's comfortable in his own shoes, loves with nothing else to prove. He's living proof that heaven has a plan. I thank God for Mama's man. I thank God. 'Cause he's humble and he's unassuming, patient like there's nothing to it, thankful and content to treat us like his friends. He's comfortable in his own shoes, loves with nothing else to prove. He's living proof that heaven has a plan. And even when it's hard to understand, I thank God for Mama's man. Thank you. Thank you, Amanda. I'm so glad you love that one. Sorry, John. I don't want to make people cry. I hope you cry in the best way. Hello, Mary in Navarre. I drove past Navarre Beach today. It's just gorgeous. It's so pretty. Let me tell you though, it got hot here this week. It is officially summer in Florida. It was a beautiful, lovely, nice spring, and it is moving into sweltering. which honestly I don't mind that much. Okay, I'll do one more song for you guys tonight. Thank you. I'm so happy to see you guys tuning in. I love it. Hey Dee, welcome to the live stream. So I wrote this one on a camping trip, and I know probably a lot of y'all have heard this story before, but for anyone who hasn't, I was thinking about how we have this list of things we want when we're looking for a partner. All these things we want out of love. Our checklist. Which sometimes is lovely and sometimes is a little bit unrealistic. So we have all these things we're looking for, and eventually, hopefully we find our love, and it may be exactly what our checklist said, but a lot of times, often, it is very different than anything we imagined our love or our life looking like. But it might be better than anything we had planned on. Guys, this is called Real Love. Thank you so much for tuning in to The Jessie Show. I used to build my dreams about you. Let you dance across my mind, moving in and out of focus. But I never got you right. Even in my wildest dreams, you'd never end up next to me, underneath the moon, all tangled up. I still don't understand how you got to be my man. I get so much more than I dreamed of in a real love. It doesn't happen like the movies, but kinda like a song. It's slow and sweet and quiet, and leaves you wanting more. And even in my wildest dreams, you'd never end up next to me, underneath the moon, all tangled up. I still don't understand how you got to be my man. I get so much more than I dreamed of in a real love. It ain't a fairy tale or a rose garden, a sunset walk. Things get hard, but it's real and it's good, and it's more than I think I deserve. Even in my wildest dreams, you'd never end up next to me, underneath the moon, all tangled up. I still don't understand how you got to be my man. I get so much more than I dreamed of. I get so much more than I dreamed of in a real love. In real love. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Hansel, welcome to the party. I am so happy to see you guys here. Even though I am playing live maybe a little bit coming up, I'll keep you updated. For anyone in Pensacola, I am not at Crabs this weekend. That got nixed again. I will not be at the beach house on Friday night. But I will let you know when a real life show happens. I might be playing in Nashville this month, which would be awesome. And I'm going to keep doing these as often as I can. So assume we will be on schedule as usual. I will see you guys on Sunday. Thank you so much for tuning in and have a wonderful, beautiful weekend. Thanks for watching The Jessie Show. Good night.
There's a little wooden swing down by the pier. The moss hangs by the pines, been hanging there for years. When I took your hand and walked down to the dock, you told me that you loved me, you weren't ever gonna stop. And that's how I know I belong where you go. Someone's mama wore this dress in 1953. I bet way back then she looked a little bit like me in this vintage lace that we found on the road. In that dime store way out west, we started talking about a home, and that's how I know I belong where you go. Anywhere I'll follow you, the hills of Tennessee or the